Hi Capricorn, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your December shift reading. So we're looking at the shift from the deep waters of Scorpio season, which have been extra deep this season, and we are shifting into the lightness of Sagittarius, which perhaps you can already feel it. It is a bit of a relief, all right? It's feels like freedom to me. It feels like liberation. It feels like the fire coming back into our lives. It feels like lightness of being. It feels good. So for your shift, we're going to use the Golden Tarot here. Beautiful imagery from the late Middle Ages, early Renaissance that I think is very apropos for this holiday season. A little Christian mysticism. And we're going to look at the shape you are shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shift looks and feels like for you. So before we do that, I want to tell you a little about the meditations that came through. Okay, it was multiple visuals, a song. I have a feeling there's a lot of different meanings in here, perhaps for a wide net of Capricorns. So I'm just going to say it all. Hopefully it resonates with somebody. So first I saw you walking along the edge of a canyon, and it was like the canyon edge was sort of windy and snaking, and on one end is a complete drop, and you're walking the edge. And I was trying to gauge your mood. Half of you seemed broody and like frustrated, and you were kicking the stones into the canyon and sort of watching them tumble and listening for them, the dust falling into the abyss. And then the other half of you, though, was sort of like the Fool card in the tarot, like Fool energy, just sort of like happy-go-lucky and trusting, and yeah, I know I'm walking on the edge, but here I go. You know, it was a mix of both, so it was a little hard to pin you down on what was really going on. I think probably both things were going on. Or perhaps you're feeling split or conflicted in some way. Either way, it was like you're on the edge of something. You're teetering on the edge. You're on the precipice. You're on the verge. You're walking a tightrope. Okay, any of those kinds of phrases that might be resonant. And then I saw, in the same scene, I saw a plane flying across the sky, and then all of a sudden it started spiraling or circling. It was just like the plane was flying in circles, but it was sort of spiraling upward. So there's something here, you know, some messages have been coming in through this channel recently for you Capricorn. I believe in the most recent small story, which hopefully I will remember to link through to. If not, just go search the channel. The most recent Cap small story was all about incoming spiritual awakening, you know, like you opening up to higher spiritual energies. And that was sort of a vibe that I got with the plane. I at first it was like, okay, the plane is flying in circles. That was the first thing. That plane is flying in circles. But then I saw that it was actually slowly spiraling upward. And I was like, interesting. And that kind of felt like, you know, crown chakra energy opening, this energy center that connects you to something higher. Ascension is what I'm trying to say. And then I heard the song, I know you, I walk with you once upon a dream. Isn't that Sleeping Beauty? So Sleeping Beauty might be significant for someone. So that was a lot of images. Hope you're with me. Hope some of that's resonating with you. Let's get to cards. So first we're going to ask about the shape you are shifting out of this December, Capricorn. Happy birthday to those Capricorns born in December. Yay. Okay. What is the shape that Capricorn is shifting out of this December? That was fast. Interesting. I'm being drawn to the child. There's something here about the child shifting out of maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to speak to it until I have the shape you're shifting into. But it's interesting. This is Leo energy. This is the Sun card. This is like one of the happiest cards in the tarot. Let's see what shape you're shifting into. What is the shape that Capricorn is shifting into in the month of December? Okay. Queen of Wands. That's some fiery, sexy energy here. Both fire. We're in Sag season, so that makes sense to me. But there's something here, and I was going to say it earlier, but I wanted to wait and see what card came out. There's an obvious maturation from the child. I'm just going on imagery here. The child to an adult. And it's also interesting that the child, if you look very closely, has red hair. This happened for somebody else. In somebody else's reading, there was a redhead. It was Taurus. Okay, interesting. Earth signs. What's up? There was a clear journey of like this. And the Queen of Wands was involved in that as well. So maybe you have some significant Taurus and you want to go check that out. Taurus placements. Okay, so we have this like redheaded baby who seems to be developing into this like redheaded queen. You know, like incredibly fiery, incredibly discerning also. Check her face out. No kind of crap is getting past her, you know? She knows what she wants and she's going after it. It's really strong sexual energy, really like lit up, lit on fire, incredibly powerful. Some people, interesting here too, that we've been talking about Capricorn as opening up to spirituality, because this is, a lot of people call this like the witch card in the tarot. This is definitely an energy of connecting to higher spiritual, like innate spirituality, innate, psychic abilities or sensory perception that is outside of the cultural norm, but not at all outside of what is within the capabilities of being human. Interesting. Okay, what does this shift look like for Capricorn? What does this shift look like and feel like for Capricorn in December? Okay, one more, please. Okay, two more. Capricorn. Oh, sweethearts. Caps, you know I got a soft spot. I'm Cap rising. So I highly identify with Cap energy. Let's look at this. Okay, looks like you're in a bit of a pickle. Overarching, we've got this growth process from like what I'm feeling with the sun energy. You know, the sun energy is like happy-go-lucky. It's innocent. It's perhaps a bit naive, the way the energy is coming through for you today. It's a bit naive. It's sort of like, look, I can ride my bike with no handlebars. See what I mean? Oh, which is interesting too, because I felt that fool energy, which can be like that youthful spirit of like walking along the edge, just sort of like, I know, but I'm cool. I'm okay. And then like basically phoenixing into this like powerful, fiery being that just like goes after what they want. And I say that just because like the Queen of Wands is is this internal awakening of your fire energy. And when that happens, essentially like your fire energy is connected to your desire, your core desire. And so when desire awakens in you, Capricorn, you are reunited with a part of your spirit, a part of your veracity, a part of your vitality, and what makes you alive. You're alive here in the sun. I don't want to, Leo energy, very much alive. The sun is our life. This is interesting. I'm getting this, that the sun is our source of life here on this planet, one of them, but a big one, especially when we're talking about fire energy here. There's a fire energy awakening happening in you this Sag season, not surprising. And it's like the sun is coming back out. The sun has come back out and like awakened perhaps your childlike youth in the inner the child inside of you, this being inside of you that just has these like really pure desires, and like you're ready to walk through life following your childlike desires and impulses. And I don't say childlike in any kind of demeaning way. I mean like this is the beginning, a child can sometimes be symboling, or a baby can sometimes be symbolizing the beginning of something. And so it's like the sun has just awakened something very nascent in you, perhaps. I think I'm getting it now. And then like throughout the Sag season, this is a process of like growing that desire and allowing that sun energy to fuel a deeper inner fire and a deeper inner flame. Interesting too that the image I saw of you walking along the canyon, which I didn't describe, I'm realizing it was like a desert canyon. I suppose there could be other canyons. I just assumed that you would know what I was seeing in my head. The red rocks and everything. Okay, so what your shift actually looks and feels like for you, what the experience of that is. Very interesting. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. To me, okay, so the Five of Pentacles is fear of not having what you need. Here you are as the Page of Cups, and again, a very mystical card, a card about spiritual awakening and mystical conversations with things unseen, perhaps, or like synchronicities happening through very magical ways, and I say that because we've got this person talking to a fish. Interesting, again, in this like path of growth, we're seeing a through line. Baby, grown into a youth. They all have red hair too. Grown into a full-blown queen. So this is really interesting here. So here's this stage of the game for you where you're beginning to listen. Something is speaking. Something beyond your normal comprehension or normal way of being human. Other sensory perceptions are coming in now and beginning to speak to you quite loudly. And I think what I'm seeing in this card is that you're listening. You're listening. You're like, okay, well, this fish has popped out of my coffee cup every morning for a month now. So I guess I'm going to start listening to it. Either I am seeing things that are not there, or this is something I need to pay attention to. And so here you are paying attention to it, which is interesting. And it's something emotional because we're dealing with the cups. Emotional, intuitive. It's like there's this, look at this. Message received, Cap. Message received. On this scroll, there's a message coming through, and I think you're ready to receive it. You're listening. You're listening. but you're afraid is what I'm seeing here with the Five of Pentacles. You're afraid that if you listen perhaps to this call from the fish, that you're not going to have what you need. You're going to lose something, or you're going to not have your basic needs met if you follow what the fish is asking you to do. The fish, by the way, is you, you know. It's all you. It's all us. Like, I believe that there are energies outside of us as well, but I think that and I do think they are talking to you, but they are talking to you about you through a part of you. So I think if you listen to this part of your soul, you're worried that it's going to leave you feeling like you don't have what you need, or that you don't have the kind of support that you need. This could be material support. This could be emotionally. Something's going on here. And then the rest of this journey continues with the Hanged One and the Six of Pentacles. Yup, here we are in limbo, not sure what to do. Waiting for the moment of enlightenment here. Waiting for the moment of breakthrough, spiritual breakthrough. This is a very spiritual card, a card of, I know something is trying to come through my spirit. Some sort of level of awakening is trying to come through, and dang it, I'm going to hang upside down until it happens. You know? It's like the myth of Odin is attached to this Hanged One energy, which is essentially Odin hung himself upside down because he could feel something was trying to move through him. And so he hung himself upside down, hoping that shifting his perspective would lead to the breakthrough and would move the blood perhaps in a way that shifts the chi in the body and shifts the energy and allows there to be this breakthrough. And that's exactly what happened. It's like all of the energy rushed to his head, couldn't go any further, and then the runes popped out. And that's the myth of how we got the runes, a tool for spiritual divination. So isn't this interesting that that's what we have here? You can feel something is trying to talk to you. Something is trying to move through you. There's definitely fear here of going down this path, but it's like something's trying to move through you here, Cap. And so I think you're just like, all right, I'm going to listen to this, and I'm going to shift my perspective and see if anything, if I get the enlightenment that I am hoping for. And what's interesting to me is there's this concern around fairness. There's this concern. I see this as you playing this role of making sure everyone gets what they need. See that? How this person is handing out money. There's a real concern about everybody's needs being met here. See, because this is essentially what I'm looking at. The Five of Coins and the Six of Coins are capping off or blanketing, surrounding these two internal energies here. Page of Cups, Hanged One. It's like your external concerns seem to be about fairness, seem to be around fairness, and you have fears around things not being fair and people not. Some people being deprived of what they need, you yourself being deprived of what you need. You're very concerned about things maintaining balance. And so I think that's part of why you're going within here, because you can feel something is calling you and you're trying to listen to it. So you're going within and this internal part of your shift here. And honestly, if we're looking at this in terms of a progression, it does look like you come out the other side in a balanced way, because essentially you're looking for You're seeking reciprocity here. You're seeking a reciprocal exchange of your energy. You don't want to be deprived of any of your basic needs here. And we're talking about also like the shift that we are looking at is about your desire. It's about your desire and what lights you up, what makes you happy, what makes you feel warm. And not only warm, but like lit up. You know? What makes you feel warm and nurtured and cared for and open and able to fully express yourself in an exuberant way? What connects you to your joy? And what connects you to your power as a being? That's what's on the table here. But for some reason, you are worried about I think you're worried about your desires creating a lack of fairness or creating an imbalance in some way. And so you're trying to go within and shift your perspective and listen to all of the spiritual guidance and messages that are trying to come through about this. I can feel it. This energy here is really furrowed brow. Like I almost feel this like heavy pressure in my third eye here, because it's like everything, it's like honing in here. There's this pressure of like, I'm trying to listen. I want to get to the bottom of this. What's the guidance? What are you trying to tell me? Those are all the feelings, the sensations. While there's also these external concerns about fairness and balance and not depriving yourself and others of what they need. Fascinating. Okay, Cap. We're going to get you a Botanical Tarot Major Arcana guidance here to close off your reading. This deck is by Kevin J. Stanton. I love it. It's beautiful. The artwork is incredible. Okay, so what is the Major Arcana guidance for Capricorn here in all of this? Teetering on the edge of something. You're walking the line here, Cap. You're on the edge. You're on the precipice. That's the thing. That's what this feels like too. Really attached to that walking the canyon and even the like flying in circles. It's like, dang, in this energy, you are absolutely like flying in circles, trying to understand what to do next, like which way the pot is going to tip. I think I just made that up. But which way are you gonna, you're walking the edge. Which way is it gonna go? And I'm also seeing this 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles actually as like the plane flying in circles between the two. It's like you fly in circles back and forth between these energies. But it may seem like you're flying in circles, and you probably are. But in some sense, you're on your way up. Because this, we are looking at an ascension. Here's see what I mean? That's the becoming. The stages of growth here. The journey. Okay, for God's sake. Major Arcana guidance for Capricorn. It's peonies, the lovers. Yes, a choice point, Capricorn. And can we just? This is about what makes you happy. What do you desire? This is about your desire. Look at these beautiful peonies and the colors in these cards. This is absolutely about your fire and about your desire, and there seems to be a choice to make here around that for you. And you're listening. Bless you, you are listening hard. You're really trying to like turn yourself upside down in all angles to really be able to see. Oh, interesting. It even looks like a sort of a desert canyon, doesn't it? What? Yeah. The advice here, the guidance is in a sense just asking you, what do you desire? To allow your fire to awaken here in Sagittarius energy and guide your way forward, because your fire is an extension of your soul. Soul, S-O-L, sun. Okay, beautiful. Capricorn, teetering on the edge, some kind of choice, fire awakening. I like it. So I'm going to continue to pull cards here in an extended reading where we're really going to start to unpack this, get a little more specific. Like, what is this all about? Okay. So if you are interested in that, if this has resonated with you so far, stick around. There's going to be a little clip of that extended reading at the end for you to preview, see if it's continuing to resonate with you. If it is, click the link below. That's going to take you over to Patreon, where you can, for $11.11, view this extended reading. Please read the full description over on Patreon about how it works, what is happening over there. Essentially, I've created this community for folks that are interested in working with me and working with the cards in a deeper way. All right. So if that sounds like you've been following my work for a while, it's resonant for you, go check out Patreon. That's where you can dive a little bit deeper into this specific reading and lots of other stuff. Okay. So Capricorn, thank you so much for your support of this channel and for watching. Take care. Wish you happy holidays. Happy birthday to those of you who are December babies. And I'll talk to you soon. A new beginning, opening up to the possibility of taking a leap of faith and freeing yourself from something that is restricting. And by the way, that thing that's restricting is you. This is your card in the tarot, Capricorn. And then shifting into tangibly saying yes to a new opportunity, to putting in roots or watering the seed that will grow roots and be something that can sustain you for a long time. Sustain your desire, Queen of Wands, desire for a long time. What is sustainable? Capricorn, I think we're coming full circle. What is the sustainable structure for your desire?